everybody. Hi. Welcome to another episode.
Today we started off with how our week went, and then we came to talk about people faking
Pregnancies, fertility issues, presenting yourself before accepting a relationship, the kind of phone you should use.
And then friendship and
and jealousy.
Yes. Yes, very important.
So it was a nice mixture.
We started from the east and ended in the west.
Right.
Left people went into fertility talks.
Yeah.
About how men prefer their manhood over their lives.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And then
It's an
we entered into
interesting one.
friendships at the thought of gift giving.
Yeah, exactly. It's a varied episode. So
Yeah.
have fun.
First time I was introduced to Ghanaian cinema, like, oh my God, who are these men?
So yeah, now I mean, like almost since what?
But you're going to offer me the job, but what's holding
When?
you? Exactly.
They just want the best of the best.
My guy at the top said no.
No, you're made for medicine.
You're made for medicine. But the woman is the crown. Have you ever seen where a crown is chasing after the king? Come and wear me, come and wear me. No, I don't understand people that take loan. That's the one I don't
People take loan for weddings.
You're counting what is it?
They are not spread though. Hey,
The floor is still empty.
the floor is still empty.
Who is doing more? At that particular instant, the man should get out.
So interesting. Hello, everybody.
Wait, let me see what I'm using. Yeah. So we're recording. Hi guys. Welcome. Welcome to another episode. This is episode 3. Going strong.
Hello, my murmurs.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
How are you guys? Gosh.
Good.
Good.
And you?
Good.
Another week gone.
Another week gone. This is beginning of a new week, but then we had the past week, so probably talk about our week and then take it from there.
Okay.
What have you guys been up to? Because it's been 2 weeks since the last recording. So what have you been up to? Anything notable?
It has been 2 weeks. It has been 2 weeks. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. I'm rotated. I'm starting a new post in November.
Right.
So I just finished my old post. Having to do the end of post, beginning of a new post thing. And it's very annoying because the new placement is another trust. So I have to do the whole trust induction,
Yeah.
onboarding thing that they do. And then I have to find a way to return my laptop back to the trust and get a new laptop. So it's just...
Oh, so you don't carry the same laptop and...
Because it's a different trust.
I see.
Yes.
Another trust. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a different trust. So
Look
I have
forward to a unified NHS one day.
So I have to return it. And then, for NHS privacy thing, I can't...
Governance. I don't know.
Governance thing. Yeah. I can put a flash drive to take all my documents that I've saved for a year plus. I can't.
Wow.
So I have to transfer them little by little to my normal email. And when I get the new laptop, send it back.
Wow.
Just a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds tedious.
Yeah. That's why even my work laptop, I don't use it to do anything for myself. I tend to just send myself an email of anything I need because I know that I will forget to transfer anything.
But it's not personal. It's just things that I use for work, like
Yeah, I
books
know
that
what you mean. Yeah.
I want to check when I'm working, just to go back and check. Maybe letters that I might go back and reference, or all these things. Just
Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. What about you, Misty? What have you been up to? I know what you have been up to. I know what you have been up to. I know what you have been doing. So let's not even don't even give me that face of it's not been dull.
Oh, it's been a tedious week.
What?
I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted from recovering from the holiday.
Exhausted from enjoyment.
I don't like you. I don't like you right now.
So what did you do? Where did you go to?
Well, I was on holiday for 8 days.
Wow.
It was good. Well, most parts of it, the company was good, but the hotel and the services was just not what we expected. But of course, we still...
Where was that?
Sorry?
Where?
Where did you go?
In Marrakesh. We were in Marrakesh for 8 days in Morocco.
I've been to Marrakesh before, yeah.
I have been to as well.
The hotel and the services was just...
Was it not good?
Not at par with what they've
You were
advertised
expecting.
on, but at the end of the day, if you have good company, you
Yeah.
still have fun.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
Yeah.
at least that compensated for that. Otherwise, I would just be miserable.
No.
But
Eh,
yeah, we're back to normal routine.
Normal life.
So
Normal
yeah,
life.
back to reality. It's like we never left.
That's the thing with holiday. When you travel for holiday, then you need to recover from the holiday.
Yeah.
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 Unless traveling is your work, all these content creators, the travel
Mm,
content creators, the people that have to travel for
Yeah.
work. But yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
But yeah, no, I don't enjoy that part. But my week has been, I don't know. What have I been up to? Nothing actually, to be honest. It's just been work. Nothing is exciting like Miss J. So just been going to work. I went back to the gym actively
Me.
last week. And no, please, not ye. I have not been, I've just been trying.
Finally.
Please. There's this a call.
Wait, what is the story behind this hullabaloo
I
about
stopped
you
going to
going
the
back
gym.
to the
No,
gym?
no reason. I just stopped going to the gym for a while. So I picked up it, but then I dropped again. Then I said, okay, fine, I'll start. Then I started again like last week, like 2 weeks before. Then last week I went a couple of times. And I decided to go and do High Rocks Power. High Rocks Power. If you see anything like that, run for your life.
Challenging yourself.
Run for your life. I don't know who sent me to that class, but oh my god, I couldn't walk. I couldn't climb stairs. I couldn't sit. You like everything is. You don't know you have muscles in places like your breasts. You have muscles like when you finish, you realize that you have muscles on your bum. Like before, you think you just fat, but you everywhere is spinning you. You can't laugh. You can't breathe. Oh no. As I'm recovering.
You get this vibration plate. Do you know
Yeah.
it?
No, I don't know
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can. It helps. It helps
So-
loosen the tight muscles after a workout. So you just stand on it or you lie on it.
And it will just vibrate you.
Just be vibrating and loosens.
Hmm.
When I finish,
I have one at home. I have the
Yeah.
vibration plate.
Does
at
it
home,
help?
but it does. Well, it does help, but I've not used it for a long time, really, because
It helps. So it helps.
my muscles are used to pain now.
No, the thing is that let me tell you what happens. You do a certain level and your body is happy. You change your routine. Your body's like, what's going on? Why are we doing this? Then then your body gets used to that pain. And then you change
Yeah.
another routine and then it keeps giving. That's what happens. So as long as you maintain the same routine, your body gets used to that. But anytime
Yeah,
you
but
change,
if you're talking about weightlifting, every time you push yourself, you have to increase the weight.
you have to increase.
So your body will never
No,
be.
no, no. So there's
because
a
every
little
time you
amount
go-
of pain. But then let me say like that Hyrox power is like a number of circuits. So you have to do different
okay.
things.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you're
Yeah.
challenging every part of your body.
What gym is that? Is that pure gym?
No, the gym group.
Okay, I
Yeah.
know the gym.
So that one was just it was horrible. I've never done anything like that before.
But I
And
think
imagine
in your
Yeah.
case, you've also not been sort of that
In the gym
active
for a while.
I've
a
not been
while.
active.
So
And I
your
hate
muscles.
cardio. I hate cardio. I can do anything else. Don't incorporate cardio into it. I can lift.
To be that way.
I
I
hate
used to be that
cardio.
way.
I don't like
I
anything
used
to
to
do
be
with
that way.
cardio. All these burpees, all these
Yeah.
mountain climber. I hate them.
Yeah.
I love the lifting is the best part of gym. If I have to do that forever and lose weight, I'll be happy.
But you can. You can
No,
actually.
that's what I like to do. But then you want to build endurance because that's what cardio does, to give you
Yeah.
like you build endurance. And do you know that the man that was in my team because you have from a team, 2 of them were like in their 50s. I know maybe probably like 50s, early 50s. You see what they were doing? I say, Melda, this is a long way. This was
But I
just
think they've been doing it. They've been doing it for a
Yeah.
long time. So
Yeah.
their
I say it's
body
fine, they
is
can
used
go
to it.
away.
It's just
Yeah.
the muscle memory and all
And
that.
stamina.
So,
Yeah.
I felt embarrassed, but I was like, I beg, I cannot keep myself up. You know that other one, that ski egg, that thing that they used to pull.
Yeah.
That thing
Yeah.
is from the devil. It's from the devil.
I love it.
I'll do Stairmaster 100 times over that thing.
Are you serious?
I was doing it like this. I started feeling dizzy. I just left it. I was on 11 calories. I just left it. Go and sit down.
Yeah, master.
Stairmaster is easy now.
Hey,
Just be working on your breathing and be going. But that thing like
that's
doing
not
like
easy.
this.
Step aside. I did it.
You're
I
just
did it
pulling
for
down. What are you
10
pulling?
minutes. I was almost dying. Yeah, master.
The master has that feeling.
Yeah.
When you
Ah,
I still like it.
call it the evil machine.
it's evil, but I want to give myself a challenge to conquer it. Maybe in November, I'll do like 5 minutes, and I keep pushing myself.
Keep doing that. Start with a lower level. You don't have to go to 6. Start with maybe 3, 4, and then start going.
But 3,
Like it's challenge, you bring it down to 4. You go back again to 6. That's the sweet
Okay.
spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 feels so slow. I feel like,
Yeah.
oh my god, what's this?
No. 4 is like, okay, I'm trying to build momentum. 6, you've gone high, go down again
No,
to 4.
I don't think I've
6,
reached
1
6. Maybe
minute,
5.
4 again, like that. You keep
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah.
5, I was panting at 10 minutes. I was already lying on the machine, just moving my leg.
You feel like your heart is going to come out of your chest. God. Wow. It's interesting. Well, yeah, if I don't keep you fit, I have to keep doing it.
Stairmaster is the only machine that challenges me in the
Really?
nothing else. No exercise in the gym challenges
Not
me
even the
more than
rowing.
that.
I hate that rowing.
Oh, I
That
like it.
I love the rowing. I would
Yeah,
take
I
the
hate
rowing
rowing.
any day.
I'll take the rowing over Stairmaster.
I hate rowing.
I will take it over
I don't
Stairmaster.
like, see, I think because I don't like anything that is repetitive movement that has to do with upper body. I think that's my problem. Because I hate ellipticals.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate, so anything that
But it's not upper body now.
elliptical,
It's
you're
also
doing like
lower.
But you
this
still
as you're
Yeah,
use
but
running.
your
your upper body to move your lower body. So
Yeah, but your leg is still there.
I just hate it. So yeah, but you just have to switch up your routine most times just to get your body going. But yeah, it's not had anything interesting aside. This has happened to me. Well, back to normal. So you
Yeah.
guys, what are we talking about today? Do me say you have something
Okay.
interesting? Oh yeah, bring it on.
Yes. Yes, please. Let us dissect and tear and render asunder
Okay,
this thing I saw.
all right.
Very interesting. Happened in this our UK.
Okay.
So it was trending online
Mm.
about the girl who faked her pregnancy and faked her birth. Oibo. So she told everybody she was pregnant. She put fake bomb. Did her family? Everybody did baby shower for her. Had things, bought her this. You know, pregnancy is it's not forever. So everybody's waiting 9 months now. Come on, born. Come on, bring our baby. Let's see. The expected time of delivery, she told everybody that no, nobody should come and visit her in the hospital. That, you know, she wants to be alone. It's a period of stress. She doesn't want anybody there. Afterwards, she now sent a picture of, you know, this doll, this newborn doll.
All right, those simulation ones, yeah.
The newborn doll. She sent picture of it to her family and to her friends. And I think she even did one AI to show that it was moving and, you know.
Wait, I love people staying on the con.
Oh,
Don't drop
God.
the act.
It was, what's her name? Kira.
Did they find out that it's not real?
I think the boyfriend found out. But people are like, how can you not know? You're her boyfriend for the 9 months. How did you not know that her belly was fake? It's like she never got dressed in front of you. Like, how is it that the people did not know? Then you see the comments. The boyfriend's mother was like, she suspected a long time, but she didn't want to say anything. Yeah, people were wondering. It's like
Doesn't
she
look
was
like,
pregnant
yeah.
before, had a miscarriage, and then just couldn't handle it, and then went
that
on
does
to
happen as well.
that make it does happen. But she said no.
She just decided
fake
to
pregnant. Yeah,
be
fake pregnant. I was like, yeah, people are not asking the boyfriend. It's like maybe relationship was rocky and you wanted to break up with her. She felt that was the only way to hold you. You know,
Or she wanted attention, or what
like,
exactly?
people are still trying to dissect and understand.
See, this scene happened in a movie I watched on Netflix. Like a woman whose life was not really turning out the way she wanted. She was getting to her late 30s. She even thought she was going to marry before her friend. Her friend now got married, had children. She didn't. I think she went to the store one day and she was trying to cosplay a baby bump. And then the attention she got was so much. Like the attention they were giving to her as a pregnant woman. She felt like the respect. Everybody wanted to sit down, you know, sacrifice their seat on the bus, all those things. She was like, she can keep this act going. So she would be pregnant on one side of her life. The other side of her life, she's not pregnant. So she kept, you know, like how you go to work. You don't want to come with a full bump because the full bump she had. But then she goes to another part of her life where she's met some other people and she's pregnant.
Wow.
It was rough. So this woman they're talking about, I don't know what was in her head.
Honestly, the comments are really trying to dissect and like what's happened, like what is going on, like why did she think? Because even the newborns, how did they even start? Those silicone dolls, first of all, they started from movies and then they started using it in mental health as well.
Yeah,
like for women who have
lost
lost
their baby.
their baby, just to give them
Bit of
you know
consolation and all
acclimatize.
that.
Yeah, just to help. But and they're not cheap. Those newborn dolls.
No, they're not cheap. No. There's a woman who advertises them on TikTok. It's not
Yeah.
cheap. Yeah.
They are not cheap at all. They are not.
I think maybe too she's been trying to have a baby and been able to. So that's her only way of coping.
You know,
until,
like it's almost
until
like
she
fake
comes
it till you make it.
until she comes out to tell us what happened. We will never know. It will all be assumption because you see the elaborate baby
Shower.
shower. It was pink. Oh, it's gonna be a girl.
Oh, really?
You know, people can go any length to be in the limelight, to be the person who is in the spotlight,
I was like, what
right?
they
And
like,
to me,
oh,
that's
that's
what
the
is giving main character energy. And definitely, we know that some people, what they call them, trionic personalities.
histrionic.
Yeah.
Yes.
People who love to be the ones always celebrating.
That
They come in,
they
and
would
even if
love
you're the one
attention.
celebrating, they won't take over your day. Like,
Yes.
they will not come to your wedding wearing white. They'll wear something flamboyant. They take the whole, you know. So probably she's that kind of person who wants to just have that little attention given to her and all that. But I don't know why. How do
Yeah,
you run an elaborate scam on people you claim to
honest.
love, you know?
And it's not even scam outsiders. So she was scamming her family.
Like your family, all the
She
emotions
was
they've
scamming
had.
the invested emotions. Like
Yeah.
some people they even bought her £1,000
Oh my God.
baby set, pram, car seats, everything.
They
Like
should go for their
we-
money back.
Ah, yeah, I took it too much. I'll be in your house the next day. I'll carry my pram. I'm gonna say it on Facebook Market.
investment. Like even for the person pulling off the scam, there's so much emotional and you have to be on top of your game
Yeah,
to
you
pull off
have to
this.
lie to keep up the lie.
Yes, you like
It's a
people,
lot.
you have to know the lies that you have told so that
But
you will not be caught.
Exactly. You need
strange
to
that
remember
the
the lies you've
partner-
told.
And not strangers that you see maybe once in a blue moon, like your family. So the questions will always be there.
Maybe you say,
So you have
but
to
you
remember
said
the
you
lie
were
that
going
you
for a
told.
doctor's appointment. They say, oh yeah, doctor's appointment.
But isn't it strange that the partner didn't
That was the
suspect
thing.
anything? And did the partner go to the labor ward with her or what?
No. She said
No.
nobody should come with
No.
her.
She said
Not
nobody
even
should
with
go
her
follow her for an natal class. Nobody should follow her for day board that she wants to be on her own. In fact, she was even sending videos to fetal movement when she was still pregnant. You see her touching her stomach. She'd be like, oh, baby's kicking, baby's kicking. Then she
Wow.
would send it to her family.
Wow. I love a very good, like well thought out scam. Love it.
But what was the end game? What was the
I
end
don't
game?
know. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's just that far that you wanted some attention. People
Tyler
go
Perry
the
needs to hear
extreme
this.
to do
Yeah.
things. Like I don't know how. I know like all of us have lied one way or the other when we're kids growing up. You want to lie to maintain the other lie, or like how was the extent?
Yeah.
They're telling you
keep
tell the
lying.
truth because we know that you're like I stay here.
But the best lie, Alexa, you will never forget. The best lie, she always have an atom of truth.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
That's the reason why people get scammed.
the best lie, she have an atom
Yeah.
of truth.
Yeah.
From experience, if you're lying about something, oh, I couldn't come because maybe someone invited you, so you don't just want to go, you're lying. Just look for an atom of truth somewhere and put in that
I'm
lie.
putting
So
the
that,
lie. So that
yeah,
I can
so when
gel.
so if they catch you out, there's a truth there. That truth will be your
Defense.
focal point, to be your root. You just use it to remember.
Exactly. That's the only way because it's just like how when people want to scam you of money,
Yeah.
they don't start with maybe you put 10,000, they give you 15,000. You have to establish some trust before
Yeah.
they go for the big hit. If not, you will not trust them because you don't have anything to get out of it. You have to be smart. If you're going to lie, you have to remember the lie you've told, and then you just have to keep up.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to pull off
But
a scam.
how do you try to keep remembering a lie? Like
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That means you spend your whole day, your whole life spinning. Maybe you think, okay, if they ask me this is what I'm going to say. They
Yeah.
ask me now, I'm going to say this. Like you have to
But it's
keep
not
your
straightforward.
thoughts
People would ask,
organized. Yeah, you have to keep your thoughts organized.
really?
To pull off a scam is not easy.
Or write it down.
Yeah. All right, sit down.
But is it everything you wrote down when you were in school that you remember?
I have no idea, but people are tough. But okay, like, you know that used to be this set of people, I know back in Nigeria, what they used to call it then, pseudosciences. People who used to say they were pregnant, but they were not pregnant. They end up having a baby. Yeah, they have a place they do it. They give them like steroids. They look pregnant. They go through all the changes towards their last few months. You don't see them. They've gone to deliver and they have to deliver in a certain place. And then they go there and they have the baby and then they carry the baby and come back. And then there are some people that will tell you, because I had one when I was in Abeokuta doing my NYSC, when I went to do one locum. And the lady said, I think she said she was pregnant, and she was pregnant for, at the point when I met her, she was pregnant for 12 months.
Ew.
And
Okay.
I was like, you're not pregnant. I didn't know how, because being just out of house job, I'm like, am I the one that is crazy? What are we doing? I was like, your pregnancy test is negative. You've done your scans are negative. She now said that we can't see her pregnancy through scan. And in fact, that she was told that we would tell her that her pregnancy will be negative and that her blood test will be negative, that she knows that already, but that she's pregnant and she's 12 months pregnant, that she's going to have a baby. So it's like an elaborate scam. Some people will tell them like 14 months, you're pregnant.
It brings up the question. It begs to wonder, like, this women, because some of them, you meet them, they wholeheartedly believe that
They're pregnant.
When
Yeah.
it's a form of,
It's a
not
delusion.
delusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
delusion.
it's a delusion. Because they work on your eye. They tell you everything people are going to tell you. It's not like someone telling you when you get there, they're going to tell you this. And when they tell you this, you need to know that this is the wrong thing. So they tell you when you go, doctors will not be able to see it on scan because the baby is special. In fact, she told me that the baby is behind her womb. So I will not be able to see it with a scan. I'm like, what? I didn't even understand what was happening because I was like, this has to be some sort of. In fact, I felt she knew what she was talking about. But you know how somebody's telling you with a level of confidence and
trying to convince you.
exactly, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I felt like maybe it's fate, an act of faith. That's what I thought because of course I was Nigerian. I've been exposed to church and all that. I'm like, maybe it's an act of faith. Maybe I don't want to put on her shine, but the only thing I can tell you today is that you're not pregnant. But wherever the pregnancy is hiding, maybe doesn't want to be seen. I wish you the best. It was much later that they did this whole, I think government busted one home in, I don't know, somewhere in Southeast or somewhere that they had like, I think they have these young girls give birth and then they steal babies. I don't know, but they end up giving to these women and
those baby making factories where they get girls.
And they pay a lot of money. These women pay as much as 150,000, but not the level of money you can afford, but it's crazy. So I don't know if that's what she was trying to do. And I also know growing up then, because adoption was such not a really great thing, people didn't really see a positive light. So I didn't know some people back then while we were growing up used to like take steroids and all that, look pregnant and then go away for some time and then come back with a 3-month-old because they've adopted. So people don't know that they have adopted babies, or people who wear baby bump because they've used surrogates. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad that
I think it's our society that has caused all this, because I don't see anything wrong with if a couple are not able to conceive naturally and they
absolutely
decide to either adopt or even use a surrogate or something.
You're even going far. In our society, they used to look down on IVF before. You're right. Now it's more.
Even now, it's still not, but
it's not as bad as it was back then.
Yeah. Because you still hear things like, she's 54 and she got pregnant. I'm like, IVF? Maybe just say IVF. Like, we should be able to say these things, not just saying, oh, she has triplets. And I know it's a miracle because IVF does not mean success. Exactly. It doesn't mean that you'll be successful, but then people should be able to say these things so that people can also be open-minded about it.
Yeah, they used to look down. You're testy baby.
That's what it used to be called, then testy babies.
Not to even go far, even when a woman goes into labor and let's say due to certain circumstances she's not able to deliver the baby like spontaneously,
vaginally,
she has to deliver by cesarean section. Would say, well, she didn't have a natural birth, so she didn't deliver like the Hebrew woman. So she's like that, as if that makes you less of a woman.
Woman, which is even more painful to deliver through CS. Is more tough.
Exactly.
Back then, it used to be demonized, wasn't it? But now
it's still there. Some people
really, by even telling them you're not strong.
And you've not heard of stories where I remember when I was back home working in Ops and Gynae, and a woman comes in and maybe due to certain complications she has to go for cesarean section, and then she has to give consent and stuff like that. Then the man would say, I'm taking the woman home, she's not going to have deliver by cesarean section. Or maybe my pastor, it's still an ongoing thing, or because people are not enlightened, Well, in Ghana, the woman herself can sign and say, I want to have it. I don't know about Nigeria,
Yeah.
because I've heard stories where they
Nigeria,
say
they
Nigeria, it
still
is the
used
man.
to ask to sign.
Why?
It depends on the
Excuse
region.
me?
But
The man has to sign for what is ever is going to happen on my own body. Really?
I think it depends on the region, doesn't it?
I've
Like
seen that a
in the
lot.
north.
I've seen people say, "Oh, they're not going to sign." If
No,
you hear a
seriously.
woman say they signed, it's always like, oh, like a big thing that they did it. But normally, it's like
Really?
they'll ask
What is
you,
this
like, oh, consenting your husband. Like, it's almost the same thing as when people want, like, some women are talking about when they want to have like hysterectomy or something, and they're
Yeah.
asking them if your husband be happy with it. And all I'm like, I'm making a decision by myself. I'm the one. I'm the adult. So I have capacity.
Yeah.
Not someone else should be making that decision for me. But then it's a patriarchal world we live in, isn't it?
I don't think in Port Harcourt, I did have that. I don't think it was a woman that signed.
Because
Oh,
even if the
that-
woman is not
I
educated,
think,
like they
yeah.
have thumb printing where they explain the procedure and everything, that is what is going to happen and all that, and then the woman can thumb print. You don't have to be educated to put a signature or to give consent and all that.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
when I heard the certain stories that in Nigeria the man would say
Yeah.
no, and they would have to then take the woman home, and maybe something happened, and then the woman unfortunately
Oh
lost
yeah,
her
we've
life
had
through that
people
process
take
and
people
all
out
that.
of the
And I'm like,
hospital. Yeah.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Why the woman cannot make the decisions for
And
herself?
the thing is not just about making decisions for yourself. It's a repercussion of making decisions for yourself. Because you make a decision is one thing. And then you go home and face another problem altogether. Maybe being taunted the whole life. You know, someone telling you you're not strong. You couldn't even push. My mother pushed 10. You know, you're so lazy. You're this, you know. And even like making you feel
Less of a
just
woman.
of a woman
Yeah.
because you didn't push a child. So it's always that. It's not just because they always say, women, nobody has been restricting your choices and this one and that. I'm like, it's not really about making the choice. It's the repercussion of making that choice that most women will be like, you know what, it's fine. Let my husband do it, because you don't want to have a lifetime of being in the house and somebody's either being passive aggressive to you or just treating you somehow because you've decided to maybe buy a land and you don't want his name to be on it. It's not that women cannot do it. It's the repercussion behind making those choices that most of them fear. That's
Would
just
you
it.
say it's ignorance as well? I think ignorance plays a big role in this, because why should a woman think that if she delivers by cesarean section, makes her less of a woman, and she's worried about the repercussions and people seeing her as less of a woman, or what? Like, I'm sort of trying to
Is
understand.
it ignorance or
not-
just
I
because
mean,
of
it's a
where
mixture
they've
of
been
everything, isn't it? Yeah.
brought up, environment?
Obviously.
Yeah. If you've lived in an environment that tells you this is normal, you would always believe that it's normal, irrespective of what other people outside are telling you. So
Yeah.
it's the environment. Like if you compare the let me say black and white, yeah, where people who come from places where cesarean section were demonized, and you compare people who accept cesarean section as part of natural birth. If you compare the two of them, you would see. No matter what you tell that lady, that no, it will take you a lot to tell her that no, cesarean section is still part. Like no, especially and religion also plays a part. I want to deliver like the Hebrew woman.
And nobody wants to actually explain that the Hebrew women law or folklore, whatever, it's not the way we have, internalized it, the way we understand it. That's not the way. Do you know what happens to me recently is that I read the Bible sometimes, and especially the stories, the Old Testament stories. I'm like, why was it told this way? This is not how I understood it as a child. And everything is based on the premise behind the story. The Hebrew women were based on the fact that some midwives were lying to help some women deliver and not have the babies killed, to say, oh, they actually deliver so fast, unlike the Egyptian women, because the Egyptian midwives feared God and they had to lie to make sure they don't kill every male child in those people of Israel. It's not because they were delivering faster. It was just that they had to say something to help these people. So why do we now make it look like people didn't have, birth problems? People had birth problems. People died during the childbirth in the Bible. Doesn't mean that these things are real. Maternal mortality is real. Doesn't mean that your faith is less because you've gone to give birth. So the God that made people start doing CS
Oh, yeah.
is the wisdom he gave to men. That's the reason why we're doing, advances in medical science and all that. So why don't we embrace it? Why do we have to be shy? And I always say something when I talk about infertility, things like that. I'm like, there are things you didn't do to yourself.
Oh, yeah.
By no fault of yours are
yours.
you this way. So why are you ashamed for it? Why are you
Oh God.
when you taking so much? It's not that saying, you have a bowl. If you wanted to create yourself, you make the best version of yourself. So why am I being shamed for something that I had no
Control over.
control over?
Yeah. And that is also interesting because you remember back then, infertility was majorly the woman's fault.
It still is.
They
It still is.
still
never used
It
to
still
think
is.
that a man can be the problem.
Yeah.
It's always, oh, they don't have any children. She's barren. She was doing abortion as a young girl. Blah, 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 blah. It's always the onus is on the woman.
Exactly.
It still is, but now there's a bit of
There's a bit
enlightenment
of
because they
lie,
also check
being cast on the male, but yeah.
men to go for tests, go and check your sperm count,
Yeah.
go and check. If
But
you're
the
even
thing is-
shooting strong bullets, let's know where the problem is from. But back then, it was just
The
the man
woman.
refused to go like infertility problems. It's the woman that wants to. It's the woman that is going. Yeah,
Oh
let's go
my
and
God.
check.
Of course, we have had patients. We've seen how these things
Yeah.
work.
The doctors have told
Keep
that
seeing your female
you're-
patient. Like,
you're
where is your
okay.
husband?
tell your husband to come.
Like,
because patients and stuff like that, a man would hold it. In fact, his manhood, he would protect it and rather lose his breath.
absolutely.
Right?
It's not an African. It's not an
Everywhere.
African thing. It's everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere.
When it comes
You
to
know
their
why? You know why?
manhood,
So,
when it
I
comes to
know,
their
yeah.
manhood, they would protect their manhood like that and rather
Yes,
lose breath
private
and
is
die.
stronger in African blacks
Definitely
than in
it
white
is.
because
Yeah.
when you think of vasectomy, more white men will go and do vasectomy for their wives
Obviously.
instead of their wives to go through major surgery to have hysterectomy.
Yeah.
They are willing to have the vasectomy. But if you raise the issue of vasectomy to a black African man,
You know, the reason is the same way we spoke about women going for cesarean and being seen less of. You know, the belief, the African belief is that once you have a vasectomy, you're no longer a man.
You're no longer a man
because they feel like, well, once they snip, that's it. They are not going to even have an erection. You know, even educated people. I've had conversations with people, and you've asked about this vasectomy, and they're like, "Well, why? Why should I have?" No, I'm telling you that every man, or 9 out of 10 men, would rather die than lose. No, they would be breathless. They would rather be thinking about what's happening down there.
This is true.
It doesn't make
Absolutely
sense.
true.
Okay?
So
vasectomy can be done outpatient clinic. Why not just do it that for your wife to go through a major surgery?
No,
It cannot be him. He cannot play around that area.
The woman
That's
always
sanctified.
The woman always has to sacrifice.
Yeah.
We are always the sacrificial lamb. Not to digress, I think we were talking about like men going in, like when it comes to infertility, women are the ones pushing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I think the reason why women push is because we know that our biological clock is just going like that. A man can be 100 years and still be
But
able to...
you know that studies have shown that most of the chromosomal abnormalities and even the rate of you having children with neurodevelopmental issues, autism and all that increases with the male sex age. Right?
Yes.
So your partner is as a male, there is a higher risk of you having a child with chromosomal. So if you have a man, even from 35 years up, a woman is more likely to have a healthy baby with a younger man, even if the woman is older. That's the new evidence now. So
but your
women at that time do not care, even if they give birth to a stone. Really, all they want is to carry a pregnancy to term.
Pregnancy.
Exactly. Even if it is a stone they are delivering, they don't care about. But the men, of course, for them, it's like they can
Because it's not just about quantity, it's quality you're talking about here,
You're
right?
talking about quality. People are talking about just
Oh,
being pregnant. They do not care.
I don't want quantity, I want quality. I don't want to.
You're
This is the
talking
reason
about
why.
you, but we are talking about the
This
general
is why I
population
keep
here.
saying
They
that
do not care.
I'm one of the proponents of designer babies. Like, if you give me a choice, if I had the money, choose. I'm not about how many. I just want.
Why are you going
One
to
is
the
one.
market and go to the shelf and be picking what
I'm
you
telling
want and
you, like,
reading
if I had the
labels?
money, I'm designing from the color of the eyes, everything I'm picking. No, seriously, quality over quantity for me.
Oh yeah, quality over quantity.
I'm not even kidding. And that's the thing. Yeah.
That's where ignorance comes in. Like I spoke about ignorance, because we are enlightened, we know about these things, so it's easy for us to
Absolutely.
like make
Yeah.
these decisions. A lot of women
But
out there,
they women that think the same way.
a lot of men and women out there do not think about what we are talking about now. We are enlightened. We are medical doctors. We know the consequences.
We even have people who have been to school. They are educated in the sense of education,
Yes,
but they don't still understand how
Exactly.
things work. You understand?
Exactly.
And even when you talk about things like biological clock, and I always say something, I appreciate that a lot of work has been done to know whether female fertility would reduce with increasing age. But then also, on the other hand, if a woman was going to struggle at 35 to have a baby, I also believe that woman would have struggled in her 20s, because most of, say, mothers who were multi-parents, who had many kids, still gave birth well into their early 40s. So what I have found is I've seen women who were 40 and had their first baby, but then my idea, which I think probably they are working on somewhere, I've tried to find it on the internet, I'm not sure, but I feel like people are going to look into it in the nearest future. If a woman was going to struggle to give birth in her late 30s, she was still going to struggle even much later, because if you had PCOS, you were going to struggle anyway to have babies.
Yeah.
So it's, to me, I still feel there are a lot of other things. You see young women who have had ectopics and it's their first baby. They've not had anything that you would say should make them have ectopic pregnancy, but somehow they do have. So I just like all of these things to, I don't know, it just happens.
But I think the biological clock Miss J was referring to is not about the chromosomal or mitochondrial abnormalities. It's about
No, I know what you mean. The ability to get pregnant.
Menopause.
What
that hits
absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
So that's the biological clock. Everybody wants to have a kid before that happens.
the certain time.
Yeah.
But now people don't talk about biological clock. Even when you get to 30, and they're like, oh, you've not had children. You've not had children. Oh my God, time is running out. I'm like, time is running out. People had premature ovarian failure at 20. Their time didn't run out.
Studies have shown that women now are delivering
much later.
Much later.
Yeah.
At 35. I don't think it's about the money. I just think it's more women are mature. Women back then, our mothers, they married younger, and by then their frontal lobe was still developing. They hadn't even
go there.
Yeah, they hadn't even had their own personality. So they've married young, and the men molded them into the men molded them into what they wanted them to be. Yeah. So,
at that time, men were also marrying younger. So
not a lot of them were married. I mean, when you say younger, so most men that would be at 25 who end up marrying someone at 17 or 18, you know, they were still more mature than the women. And that sort of propagated to the point where if you meet a woman, she'll say, I want to marry someone way older than I am because he needs to take care of me. Also, we were told maybe 10 years is fine, 5 years.
You see people that have 10 years differences between them, 12 years, 15.
That was normal, right?
That was normal.
But now you're seeing people of the same age bracket getting married and all that. Most people like me, they're like, a baby. Like, someone say, I'm just 32. Why is everybody having babies? I'm like, calm down. What's the matter? Why is everybody having a baby that I can't even take care of myself? I said, I'm sorry, but because no, think about it. Most people will say, oh, do you have a baby at work? I'm like, no. Say, oh, you're lucky. I'm like, yeah, you guys, I know what you're talking about. Like, you have like, maybe you see them, they're like maybe 28 and they have 4 kids. They are struggling. People say, oh, like, it's good to get it out of the way. I get it. But then I always say there should be a good reason behind everything. You shouldn't get into, bearing children because you want to get it out of the way. that doesn't make any sense because you scar that child's life because of your own selfishness.
That's what I'm dealing with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trauma from children having children.
Most of us have to go to therapy to heal from the children that gave birth to you.
Having to deal with people who have been traumatized.
No, seriously, it's a big thing. And I feel like most of these things, I always say, as human beings, we are selfish. We make selfish decisions and everything revolves around us, like how it makes us feel. I want to have a child early so that I get to rock with my children when they are still, but then there's no guarantee anyway. But leaving that aside, but everything is about what I stand to benefit. It's not about the kids. Like, I want to give birth early so I can have longer to impact on my kids. It's not because I want to look
good
the same age with my child.
Yeah.
No, not because of that. Because I want to give something to my children. You know, I want to have someone to impact into. I want to expand my generation in a positive way. Not just give birth to another child that is going to be a number and a nuisance in the world. I don't know, but at the end of the day, everybody will do what they want.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah. But then I remember one time somebody told me something. I think I was talking to somebody in a group and someone said, I think I was talking about kids and someone else said, oh, when you have your own. I was like,
so
mothers say it now. When you misbehave, they'll be like, don't worry, when you have your own.
I'm like, I don't need to have children to have opinion on being a child or what is this about raising children. No, that doesn't, just like saying your friend who is single cannot tell you can't take advice because they're not married, because they don't have life experiences.
But that's how it is in Africa now.
It doesn't make any sense.
Because that's where I'm from. Sorry for every other
obviously
country or continent listening. I say that's where I'm from. That's what I'm used to seeing. But it's like that in Africa. You know, when you're married, like they'll tell you, watch the company you keep. So you can't have single friends around you again as a married woman. You have to start looking for married women friends.
So that people can share your miseries together. Because the single ones will be telling you, come and join you back. Come and
enjoy.
It is crazy. That's the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. Like, and it happened to me when some of my friends got married. They became distant, and to be honest, I don't care. You know, like friends go, friends come. So the ones that were distant, I was like, yeah, that's fine if you want to. Because I also know when someone is married and don't have a child, it's different from how they relate to you when they have a child, because the child becomes center of their whole life. Not really even because of the marriage, it's just because they have an additional responsibility, which is a child. Toddlers are exhausting, you know, they are like everywhere, which is fine. But then also, how do you share even friendship? Like, how do you manage everybody together? So at the end of the day, you have to drop communication, and people be like, oh, since you're married, you've now been distant and all that. But I don't know.
But there's a bit of truth to it, though. What's that saying again?
People corrupt good
mind. But there is a bit of truth to it, though. Yeah. But I think it's if your friends are
wayward people,
or negative
not just
influence.
Good people.
Just not
even
good
if they were married, they will still be like that. So it doesn't matter. Because I remember my mother told me that when she got married, the people that were living around her that were married, that she was meant to be friends with, the things they were telling her to do to my dad, you know, like, why didn't he buy you wrapper for this? Hold his wrists and tell him to bring. Is it not the same married people?
Yes.
So at the end of the day, your friends are your friends. If I've kept a friend for God knows how long and I'm married, and why wouldn't that person still be my friend? What should change in the friendship? Obviously, like I said, if you have a child, things are going to change. Even in the marriage, just trying to adjust, things are going to change a bit. But then that's why everybody I have a friend that even if you've not spoken for God knows how long, when we catch up, he's like downloading everything. And if she needs me now, everything I'm dropping and I'm showing up, because this is how she does too. Like, if I need something, she's dropping. But we're not like seeing each other. We don't even live in the same country anyway. So we're not seeing each other every time. And that's the maturity that comes with friendship. You are resourceful to each other. You're being there for each other. When you need someone, the person shows up. Me, I don't believe in cutting off anybody. But if people decide that they want to, obviously there's something that comes with maybe you and your friend. I don't know if it's normal, but people say a little bit of jealousy in friendship is normal. But I don't know, where maybe your friend is succeeding in ways you would love to succeed. You start to feel somehow about it and you catch yourself. They say jealousy is good, but the problem is what you do with it. I'm like,
No, now. You
That's
shouldn't be
topic for
jealous.
another day.
Be happy for your friend and celebrate them. No, I don't agree with
That's what
that.
some people say, that it's okay for
No.
you to feel a certain way because you want something to happen for you. I'm like, yeah, guys, I don't really agree, but it's okay if that's how you think. Seriously. It's
Jealousy
okay if
is
that's how you think.
not a healthy and good.
I feel like there's a difference between I would really love this good thing happen
Yes.
to me,
Yes.
but feeling a type of way that why them, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No.
jealousy.
That's no. I don't agree with that. Jealousy, jealousy is negative.
Some people say it's what you
Nothing
do
like
with the
good.
jealousy. I'm like, no, you
That's
don't
what
have
with
to
the jealousy.
wait to what you do. It's the fact that you feel that way. There's a problem.
Yes, there's a
Yeah.
problem. Exactly.
Which you need to address,
Yeah.
as a person.
You can want the good thing happening in your friends'
Yeah.
life without necessarily being jealous about
No.
it. Like, why is he her? Why did
Why
they
is
pick
he
her?
her?
Why not me?
You start
Yeah.
acting in a
Or,
way.
why did it happen to her when I'm
Why
better
her?
than her? Why not me? Or I'm prettier than her, but that handsome boy is still striking her, not me. When I was
And no
there.
matter how you want to act cool, it shows. No matter how you want to act cool, it shows that you are not entirely happy
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
this person.
No.
So my own is, if you feel something's happened for your friend, maybe just ask them,
Yeah.
how have you done this? Or how have you done this? Or recommend me for this, or do this and that. Not trying to be like waiting for when
Yeah.
the next thing they'll tell you, this thing has spoiled, to say,
I told you.
Jealousy has no presence within friendship.
no,
So,
it shouldn't.
yeah.
It
There's
shouldn't.
nothing like good jealousy, bad jealousy. No.
A good jealousy.
Jealousy is jealousy.
Yeah,
Jealousy is jealousy.
good jealous, bad
is-
jealous. Like, no.
But
Yeah.
the thing is that you should be happy, because if things are going right for your friend and that person is your friend, you're also going to benefit from that good thing.
Even if you don't,
No, but no,
even if you don't benefit directly from it, the fact that it's happening to somebody I know, goodness is
I would
happening
feel
to you.
proud. I would feel proud if
man.
good things are happening to my friend. I'll feel like I have
Exactly.
a shoulder pad on my shoulder.
Yeah.
You know,
Obviously.
like
You can boast.
you can boast with it. I'll
Look
have
at
a
people like
shoulder
Rose
pad.
with. You get.
You know? Yeah.
The
I'm
person
happy
that
for
always is the
you.
owner
Like,
of this
God,
thing.
this is happening. This has happened for you.
Yeah.
In fact, to me, every success someone attains to me is like, okay, this is attainable. Someone can actually
Yes.
do this. And the
I
fact that
can do
I
this.
know you even makes it more relatable. That, okay,
Yeah.
fine. The fact that
Yeah.
you can do this, that means it's not even that impossible for someone to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be. Healthy competition, healthy growth, not
Yeah.
jealousy. And then people say, oh, it depends on what you do with the jealousy. I say it takes one thing to switch your brain like this. Like this. It don't have. You don't see when it switches on your brain
You
like
can be
this.
happy that this happened to you, and that anger motivates you to be a better person. Hey, but jealousy, I don't see it in jealousy.
No. Because
don't
each
see-
time people have said, when each time something has happened, maybe you've interviewed someone that has done something to harm somebody, they
Yeah.
always say, I didn't set out wanting to do it. There's always that time switch flips in your brain.
Yeah.
And the things that motivate it are the thoughts we have, the thoughts we entertain. All those times when you feel like, "Ugh, every time them, who do they even think they are?" Things like that. And then you're internalizing it, you're checking it. And one thing I've also noticed, especially with us human beings, that our thoughts widen. You think one thing and it starts expanding and expanding. That's why somebody will annoy you. And you think of all the different ways that this is an insult. How all the different ways this can evolve. So I need to nip it at the bud. That's the same way we
Yeah.
magnify a lot of things. Our brain deceives us a lot. That's the same thing that happens with all those jealous thoughts. Before you know it, you're expanding it and expanding. And even when the person says something that is nothing, you take
Yeah.
it personally because.
You escalate it. Mm-hmm.
But that's just no. People are interesting. But
Jealousy. Jealousy is bad. It's evil. Once you feel it, go and scrutinize yourself.
you need to go and
Why?
pray.
Why? Why am I jealous?
No, you need to go and pray about it and say, you know what? It just reminded me of one podcast I was listening, and then somebody mentioned, I think someone wrote in and said her friends group, they have a list for their birthdays. And people buy things off that list of their birthdays. She's noticed that she buys like expensive stuff on her friends' list, and on her own birthday, they buy the cheapest things on her list.
That thing can be painful.
So give an example that one of them who is Sashi, in a big friendship group, you're closer to some people than others. So someone she bought like I think something over £300 or something. The person picked something that was like maybe £80 on her list. So obviously the consensus was like she's the weird person because you are the one trying to fake what you're not, trying to be the humble friend, writing a list because that list means I can pick anything and you shouldn't be offended. It should be something you want, But then I'm thinking about it from a perspective, like my friend had a baby shower and she had things on her list that were cheap. I could easily have picked a £50 something and kept it moving, but
Yeah.
I was like, okay, fine. I can pick this and this and this. Make it more a bulk thing than buying maybe this thing that, like, even if she had a £50 thing on her list, you can pick like 3 of different items. Like, let's not make this thing look like, and I understand she shouldn't have put, if she didn't want something cheap, she didn't put it on her list. But then also looking at it from another perspective, like you said, friends, like, why don't we look for, if you really mean this person means something to you, you should know that they are forming by putting something of £50 on the list. £5
To avoid problem.
People who's go and buy something of £20. I've been on a Secret Santa. They did that thing to me. I was so mad.
No, they'll send you. Usually,
No.
they'll see a Secret Santa. They'll tell you the cap is 10, and when we did our Secret Santa, they will send you the Amazon list. Everything on that list is 10
Okay.
or
No,
less.
because the Secret Santa I did had
Yeah.
no Amazon list. The one I now organized myself had an Amazon list where people should pick their wish list and put there,
Yes,
and then people
yeah.
buy. But the other one
Yeah.
I joined, they said don't buy anything less than 25, and I got a
Yeah.
gift of £8. Someone
Okay,
wrapped
no.
it and sent me.
So
I'm
the
like,
one I did,
what
they
is
did
this?
the Amazon list, and you pick, like, they'll send you the list. You pick the things you want. Then the person that gets you sees those things and buys from it.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's the kind of Secret Santa. But I'm like,
Yeah.
No,
but
but the
that
thing is,
yeah.
some people in this kind of situation, some people assume that this person has money. They don't really need this, so they'll just pick anything. That's the other thing.
I've also seen that. I've seen people do
People
that as
assume
well.
that this person has money, so this
Yeah,
person
and
can
has
afford.
high taste.
So
Let me not bother. Yeah. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
let it be the opposite. My friend has money and high taste. Let me buy a gift.
no,
No,
rather it's the
no,
opposite. They feel like this
no,
person can
no.
afford this. Why should I bother?
No, yeah, but another thing again, I've been in a situation where I've had a friend who always says, "Oh, I don't like anything that is not designers. My bag has to be designers. Like everything about her has a theme, right?" So every time I think about buying something for her, it's always a stress for me. Like it's always so stressful because I'm like, will she appreciate it? And I'm that kind of person who my friend says like I don't buy people things based on what they like. I buy things based on what I think is befitting. Right. So it stresses me out when I'm looking for a gift for anybody. Because I'm like, are you sure they will like it? Are you sure? Hey God, this is how I'll be thinking. I'm not thinking, oh, okay, they wear pink shoe. Maybe they should like a pink bag. No. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, oh, this bag now, this quality, is it good? I'm already overthinking. You think so much. So it's stressful when you feel like you want to buy something and the person has to like it, but then you have a list.
Yeah, but then you see what I'm saying? You've put in so much
effort thinking.
thought and effort into buying these gifts for your friends, and then during your own birthday, they don't do
It's
that
really
for
sad.
you.
But then why are you
Painful.
putting the cheap things though? If you don't want it, why is it on your list?
So they want to say that you have big eyes now.
Exactly. It's giving when you go out with somebody and you're pointing, you don't want to spend too much on their tab. But all I'm saying is that you've seen their list. Everybody has a list on that group, and you've seen the lowest. Yeah, and I get it because some people are just empathetic and considerate people. Even when it's hurting, they don't want to say this is paining. Like, why are you buying me the smallest things from my list? You can combine it. And again, that's the thing with friendship groups. It's very
that's why
weird.
it's a friend. Now, why can't you say it? This is supposedly
You don't
a
want to
friend
offend people.
But that's why you're friends.
No, you don't get the dynamics of friendship groups. Once you pass 1 or 2 people, it's croquet sometimes.
No, but that's the idea of a friendship
No,
group.
because on the friendship groups, you still get
Have
cliques
some
of some people who are,
dichotomies, are
are
closer.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
So
let's say if you have a friend group of, let's say, 6 people or 7 people, maybe
Yeah.
2 people or 3 people are closer than the remaining 4. Maybe the 2 are also, maybe usually there's always someone who is just.
So now you are becoming the weird person who says, why you buy me a cheap thing? And you're like, oh, do you go to check how much your gift was? You know, something like that. By the way, do you put check how much your gifts?
No.
Okay, so some people
No.
go and check like how much it is that you bought a gift for them.
They check how
the-
much the gift is.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
In gift giving, the thing that annoys me is I put thought into getting a gift for someone.
Yeah.
Like, but is it befitting and is it something they want? What annoys me is that when you buy gift, you think I want. You're not buying based on what
I
I like.
want.
What I like. You know, as my friend, you know what I like. But then you buy me based on what you think I should be liking. I'm like, what is that? You know I don't like this stuff. You'll be like, oh no, now use it now.
Use it now.
You know I don't like, I won't use it.
No,
like,
but the
why?
thing is that it's the thought that counts behind the gift. You don't have to. For me,
Yeah.
when it comes to a gift, it's the thought that counts.
That counts. Yeah,
So
I
the
get.
person cannot
Yeah.
get you everything that you want. For me, if someone is
you
giving
don't
me a
understand what I mean.
gift, even if it's not something that I would still appreciate. Oh, this it's quite thoughtful of this person to give me this thing. But this is in my head. I know that this is not something that I.
Yes, the thought count, but that is the thought is this is Miss J's. This is this is D. Okay, this is how they are. This is what they would like.
I get
Not,
where
this
the
is
mugger
what
is coming from.
I think they should like. Do you get?
It's just like maybe, for example, there are things I don't like to wear. And
I
then you
don't
go and
know
buy
the
it.
person. Yes, it's different if we don't know each other. Like I'm just buying something for you. I don't know anything about you. We're not that
Yeah,
close. We're not
yeah,
cool. It's just
yeah.
your birthday. I just want to get you a gift. Yes, and you get me something. It's the thought that matters. Oh my God,
yeah.
she even thought about me to get me
you
something.
Yeah.
But not my close friend. We're
No.
supposed to know me. Or my like you get people that are supposed to know what I like. You come and buy me something.
You always have that error in friendship. Like I've had.
Based
I've
on you
received
come
gifts,
and buy
I'm
me
like,
based on what you think. Maybe be like
You will never see me
your
wear
taste is
this.
a bit childish or your
Yeah.
taste is not fitting for people. No, this is what I think you should like. So here, take.
No,
It's
absolutely no. I've had that experience. Most times, that's the same thing. The same way I feel like when someone buy, you know me, you know that I
Yeah.
will never wear something that is showing my breasts. Why are you buying me a top that is hardly buttoning, or why are you buying me maybe a very very short gown? I'm never going to wear it, even if you think you're trying to bring me out. I'm not going to wear it
Yeah.
because that's not my. I'm what? How old am I? I know what my style is, so you cannot come and change me midway. And you're my friend, or maybe you buy me, I don't know, things that you've never seen me wear. Sometimes I find that like, well, whatever. I just move on.
Yeah, just
Yeah, just move
it's
on.
like,
But
so that's it. If it's just somebody that I'll drop it. Oh my God, this person actually thought of me
to buy, but
bought
a
me something.
friend who
Yes,
you
yeah.
get
But
everything they
yeah.
want. Like when you buy on point. But
Yeah.
doing your own time, you feel like they just wake up and
Or picked something from their closet. Let's just send it.
you be like,
Because
what is
a friend
this?
of mine was saying this one day that she received a birthday gift. Yeah. And as soon as she received it, she knew who it was from. Because the person got her what they like, not what she likes.
Right.
And they are friends, though. So she was like, as soon as I opened it, I knew it was from this person. Because this is what I taste, this is what she likes for herself. But this is not me. But my friend, I have to take it. I have to still tell, oh my God, thank you. And I have to still wear it once in a while and snap photo.
I'll not wear it.
But like, you get, I got the bag.
That's the thing. The problem I always have is that I can't give out gifts, so I end up holding it. I'm not going to wear it.
Yes,
and
that's me too.
It's
I don't know why. I
but
think
then
it's a problem.
it's like this is something that somebody gave me. Unless I can give it to somebody that's far away, but I can't give it to someone that they can see from me.
That's why if you give me something, I can give her something I've bought for myself.
But not
but once it's a gift, I
I'm
can't
like,
release
supposed to give it out. So it's always like that. You're always like, oh my God, which kind of thing is? But like you say, when it comes to gifts, it's very, 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 very touchy. It's a touchy.
Yeah.
You can't tell your friend, I didn't like what you bought for me on my birthday. You can't say that. You can't, even if he's my husband, I'll not tell him.
Why? Because you don't want the person to make that mistake again in future.
No, I don't want you to be offended, but then it
No,
depends.
it depends on how you say. I think it depends on how you say.
Yeah, it depends on how you present it.
You can,
It
if for
depends on
example,
the
someone has
confession.
bought you clothes, yeah, and like you said, you won't wear something that's exposing your breast area. It's maybe
And what can't you wear
expose your
camisole?
cleavage, and then
you will ruin the cloth.
If your husband has bought you that, for example, you would appreciate it in that moment, but maybe later on when you guys are happy, like having a chat and all that, but you ask him that, why did you even think I'm going to wear this? Like when you guys are happy and having fun and all that, so that it wouldn't be like you just sort of throwing it in his face that, so you don't know me and you bought me that to wear that.
It's not in the moment.
Not in the moment. Like, and once you've said that to the person will be more intentional in future
About
if they are getting you.
what-
And also, they might even ask you questions just to get clues of the things that you would want in future. But if you don't, they would assume that, oh, they love this. So in future, they might even go and buy something that there's no cleavage.
Oh my God.
Or you do like my sister. My sister will ask you, please, what do you want? Tell me what you want.
No,
Tell me
this is the funny thing. I actually prefer asking people what they want for their birthdays so that we can keep it moving.
my sister just tell you, what do you
What
want?
do you
What is it that you want? Please tell me what you want. Tell me,
Let me go and buy it.
But
Like,
you're asking them what they want. If they tell you what they want and you can't afford it, then what happens?
no. It depends.
you
Like, this
know
is my
now.
budget. What do you want?
It depends?
What this
No,
is
but
my
that's what my
budget?
sister
What do
does.
you
My
want?
sister doesn't like, what is it? What do you want? That is not too expensive. that I can afford.
You say
What
it and we
is it?
keep
What do you
moving.
want?
Especially when it
And
comes
you
to
say
men.
it.
Yeah, because for
Before you
girls,
buy
it's
only
easier.
boxers and singlets
Exactly.
for your.
What do you want? Do you have anything on your wish list that you want someone to buy for you? Let me know whether I can afford it. Let me know whether I can start saving. But I know people don't like it because they want that element of surprise. To me, it's still a surprise. If you ask me what I want, I'll tell you this is what I want. If you buy me something else, I'm like, why didn't I ask me?
Or you do a wish list and put on your
No,
status.
I'll never do that.
Why?
No.
Which
Why?
list on your status?
No, some people do it that year. Yeah.
My birthday is coming.
These are the things I
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
These are the things I
Yeah.
want.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, do
I've
that.
not even finished doing a gift for registry. I don't even have one. Not talk of when I'm doing birthday. I'll now start compiling. I'll now say,
People
I
told
don't
me
like
that.
this. I want this one. I want this one. I want iPhone. Why?
Yeah, so people put
I
the
give money to
link.
anybody to vote for me.
I vote.
I don't understand. No, that to me, that is modern day begging. Let's
This
call it what
iPhone
it
has
is.
of the what? Okay, Miss J is not Nigerian now. What's that his name again? Very dark man.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't know the gist. Yeah.
So this is the thing that's trending now. So people buy iPhone XR.
Oh, and then
yeah,
turn it into iPhone
And
17.
change
turn
the
it
case.
into go outside and
casing.
change the case to iPhone 7.
Yeah.
So people are on social media, people that bought the original iPhone 17 are
Obviously.
crying. Say when you buy original iPhone 17 and people are asking you, is it?
No, seriously. People are crazy. People are crazy.
And even in talking about iPhones now, I saw a trend. Was it last week or something where people who interview people would just randomly pick, especially ladies, and ask them if a guy is coming to ask you out and they bring out their phone, for example, to save your number, and then if they bring out an Android, what would be the woman was just said, just walk away. Like that guy is not. I'm like, how are they attaching
What's the
a good
link?
person to the kind of phone the person is?
Obviously, you don't have money because you're using an Android. You
Seriously,
don't have
but
What do
money.
you
the
mean?
Yeah.
iPhones and
You know how much
the
some Android-
Samsungs and all that, they are all in the same price range. So I'm really, well, maybe they are talking about the Samsung A
They want
something.
to just see that your phone is not that kind of phone that they think, people that have money carry. They're like,
Why do people think that shows a high status?
Class,
Or...
Yeah.
That is not true. A lot of people that I know that are they have money. Most of them don't use iPhone.
No,
A lot of my tech friends that have money, they don't use
they
iPhone.
don't. Most people go for like Google Pixel,
Google
all those
Pixel,
like
they
niche
just-
phones that are not like,
Tell me, I'm not pronouncing
they
it well.
like
Tell me,
and all those sort of phones that are like stock phones.
they
Yeah,
don't use iPhone.
yeah.
They don't even like it. They don't use. They say the camera is shite.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
forgive my
I'm
time.
still quarreling with my
Everything.
iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason the reason I like iPhone is the community. Your iPhone, your iPad, your MacBook, they're all connected into one. So
cannot
you
be
say
bothered.
something here, you can access it.
It's not even one of my problems. I bought iPhone out of peer pressure. So the moment I'm telling you the truth, everybody was saying the ecosystem. I said, okay, let me go and buy this ecosystem.
Remember that when you were at that time, I told you I don't follow these people. Don't follow these people. Look.
Ecosystem is secure. Which security? Was I hacked when I was in my Samsung? No. Me and I came out, I'm suffering. If you open the phone, the phone camera rubbish, you just be like, why? You take picture, it will dull down your picture. I said, what is the matter? I was not having this problem when I was in my Samsung.
It's the connectivity.
I've always said that Samsung has the best. Well, anyone can come
My
from
friend was telling me, oh, when you buy it,
I use an iPhone, but I've used Samsung over the years as well, and I always say Samsung has a better.
No, Samsung doesn't have the best. Google, there's Google Pixel there, and there's this Xiaomi. I don't think I'm pronouncing it well, but it starts like
something.
Xiaomi,
Xiaomi, yes.
Yeah. The camera is
good,
top up there.
Like seriously, my friend was telling me, "Oh, we'll call on FaceTime." How many of them are coming on FaceTime?
Yeah,
all of you. How many of them are coming on FaceTime? No, not one person.
The only thing that I loved for Apple, like I said, was the connectivity. If I save something on my phone,
you can see.
I know that if
iPad.
I need it, if I'm working on my laptop, I can always get it. That was
it does that, transition.
Yeah, just that connectivity. That was the thing that I liked about it. I'll save something on my phone. Oh, I'm filling a form. I need to use my laptop, but the thing I need is on my phone. I've said on my phone. I can just always get it and just use it. So that was what I liked about it.
That has some sort of user benefit for you. I don't have any benefits.
I guess the men they've had it now. They can go to China and change their Android casing to iPhone 17 because the women said they are going to walk away from you. Immediately you bring out your
Is it what's that? What are you using? You're going to put my dignified phone number in this trash that are using.
Sorry to say, the people being interviewed saying,
we understand.
I get it.
Yeah, we understand.
I'm telling you, some people.
Yeah, we understand.
Why would you even base anything physical in this world based on how somebody, appears or looks or what they are carrying?
But it's not even the look. Forget about it. It's not even the look. You are attracted to the person until
the phone.
They bring out the phone.
Yeah. Their phone.
The phone gave me the egg.
When he brought out the phone, all the crush just died. All the crush just died. Maybe you saw that the screen was broken. You said this is how his life is broken.
This is how to treat the relationship.
This is how he would treat the relationship. Or maybe he used rubber band to hold it. He said this is how his life,
and this is how he's going to break me.
And then puts me together. Or his life is so broken, he's using rubber band to hold it.
He will use a rubber band to hold it
so
together.
You don't want that kind of thing. No, that's the thing now. Aspire to perspire. So by the time you see some things, you deduce how the relationship will be. That's why they say don't buy a man a shoe because you use that shoe to walk away from the relationship. So just be careful. Anyway,
well, I would say buy him a shoe that has a pin in it. So that's he's walking away, the pin is breaking.
People are crazy.
Or put tracker in his shoes so you can track him.
Because if he doesn't walk away, he will never experience that pain.
No.
So
you buy him the one that will not last. China.
So as he's going, before he realizes his feet is on the floor because
I'm telling you,
the soul
has removed.
So
he cannot walk far. He can walk back to the house to you. So don't buy a man a shoe. The same thing. Look at his phone before you say yes, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been an interesting one, guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully, see you guys next episode.
Yes.
And to our listeners, please like, subscribe, download,
follow,
share.
Yeah.
And let us hear from you guys. And comment.
Join
us. That would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Because the rest of you guys have a lovely, lovely evening.
Join us again. Yeah.
Bye.
Another episode.
If you're loving this podcast, be sure to click follow on your favorite listening platform. While you're there, give us a review and a 5-star rating and share an episode you loved with a friend. Loud Mamas is presented by your hosts, Drs. Imelda, Jesse, and Dumogo. Our producer is Chidera of CBO Creative Planet. If you have any questions, please send us a DM on Instagram at loudmamaspod or send an email to loudmamaspod@gmail.com.
Loud Mamas.